Gundo back! Huge warm welcome to Ilkay Gundogan back at Manchester City. He's back from his sabbatical at Barcelona. He's done his 1 year. He's back at Manchester City. So, before I do crack on with this video today, welcoming Ilkay Gundogan back to Manchester City. Make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. We are rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates to keep you guys up to date every single step of the way with all the latest City transfer news this summer. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 500 likes is the aim, and do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below, welcoming Ilkay Gundogan back to Manchester City. So City picked themselves up a brilliant deal getting Ilkay Gundogan back to the club. I know some of you guys have been leaving in the comments and the build up to this transfer about your concerns when it comes to Ilkay Gundogan's age. However, Man City, they're tying Ilkay Gundogan here to a 1 year contract, so it is very much short term rather than long term, and with Man City having different options out there in the transfer market, they've wanted to give themselves a little bit of time. Obviously this all stemmed from Lucas Paquetá wanting to join Manchester City last summer and Man City working really hard to try and make that deal happen. It never happened, and because of that, Man City always felt like they had a little hole in their midfield, and they helped fill that hole with Matheus Nunes and signing Mateo Kovacic as well into the midfield, but we never really got round to finding an out-and-out replacement for Ilkay Gundogan. We've just started to kind of see Kovacic in the second half of the season and the early parts of this season. We've seen Kovacic fill in and play that number 6, number 8 role, but it was predominantly a hole that Man City have been looking to fill for quite a while, and since Ilkay Gundogan left the club, we've had that hole to be filled through last summer and this summer as well, and it was always a case where we was always after someone like Bruno Guimaraes throughout the summer, and we never materialised to make that happen, whether that be down to restrictions from PSR when he had his release clause in June, or whether that was down to him being on holiday and taking so long to get back to the season starting with Newcastle and getting back to England. It all just never really materialised, and we get this late into the window, you're left looking at option B, option C, option D, and sometimes it's all about assessing them options and seeing, do you stick with what you've got, which is what Man City normally do, or if you are looking for them decent options in the squad, then you try and find someone more on a short-term basis. And I think Ilkay Gundogan really helped Manchester City to fill that hole. He's like fine wine. He's a fantastic player, very versatile across that midfield, can play in that number 6, number 8 role, can alternate with Rodri, he can complement Rodri. We've already seen it and seen it be very successful in the amount of trophies that we've won, in winning a treble, of course, with him coming back to Manchester City as well. And we've also seen Ilkay Gundogan capable of pushing further up into midfield as well, in helping to be able to rotate your likes of your Fodens, your Bernardos, and your Kevin De Bruynes. And so he's incredibly versatile and a brilliant option for Manchester City to have, and adding him on a 1 year deal means that Man City now can give themselves 12 months to find that suitable Ilkay Gundogan replacement that we've been looking for since last summer, moving over into this summer as well. And having a proven winner, a player that's worked with Pep Guardiola and with the rest of the squad, who will gel and fit in almost immediately, is worth its weight in gold. And I'm sure Ilkay Gundogan will take no time in being able to adapt and introduce himself once more back to familiar faces and familiar territory at the Etihad Stadium with Manchester City and Pep Guardiola's system as well. To pick him up for free on a 1 year deal just makes complete and utter sense short term here for Manchester City. Now long term, I can understand the frustration of some of the fans in wanting Man City to really get to start to address some of the problems you've got in midfield, because you look at the likes of Nico O'Reilly, you've got James McAtee, who may now struggle for a little bit more game time. I imagine City will just be looking towards weighing things up here and finding the right balance. City know what they're doing, Pep Guardiola knows what he's doing, and I can imagine that maybe Man City will be thinking, bringing Gundogan back, maybe City could concentrate concentrate on if you do want to put him on a new deal after these initial 12 months that he does this season with City. You can start thinking, because he does want to be a coach, offering him a player-coach role, and then, you know, in the next 12 to 24 months, you start to ease Ilkay Gundogan away from professional responsibilities and more towards the latter parts of his career and the early start of a new career into coaching. He's already this summer announced his retirement from international football, so I can see Ilkay Gundogan at some point in the next maybe 2 to 4 years retiring from football altogether. So having the contact there and having him around the squad is a good thing. I can't help but feel like we should have just offered him that 2-year deal with the option of a 3rd-year deal, and he should never have gone for that sabbatical at Barcelona. But here we are, lessons to be learnt, and it's good that Man City haven't been really stubborn here and said that we've already moved past Ilkay Gundogan, we've already said our farewell, we've been there and done that, and now we're looking at alternatives. On the short term, this to me makes complete sense, and I think it is a cracking signing. I'm so excited to see Ilkay Gundogan back at Manchester City and showcasing what he can do. He hasn't declined in the last 12 months. Man City are normally so good at deciding when players need to leave because they're starting to show signs of decline. They thought that they were seeing that maybe from Ilkay Gundogan, but he's a brilliant player. Showcased it for Barcelona last season, showcased it for Germany at the European Championships in the summer. He's still very much, to me, a brilliant player. I don't want Ilkay Gundogan at any other club, whilst he is still a world-class player, other than for him to be at Manchester City, and we've managed to rectify what I thought was a mistake originally in bringing him back to Manchester City, and I can't wait now for him to showcase what he can do, because his experience, what he brings to the team, his versatility to midfield just helps fill the hole, and all of a sudden I feel like Man City's squad is so much more refreshed and stronger with Ilkay Gundogan there. And now what Man City can start to think about here over the long term and giving themselves a little bit more time is, you've got your De Bruyne's, you've got your Bernardo Silva's, you've got your Ilkay Gundogan, your Kovacic's. These players aren't getting any younger. Man City can start to think about long term, bringing in younger players and giving themselves a little bit more time to go out there and sign the next upcoming prospects. I wouldn't rule out at all, if I was just to chuck a crazy name out there, which would be someone like Adam Wharton, that Man City clearly want to do more research and homework on him before they're happy to commit to spend a large amount of money. That they've given themselves that time, that as long as Adam Wharton doesn't leave in the next 12 months, potentially he could be a player that City do look towards maybe complementing and rotating with Rodri, or looking to maybe do something a little bit different in terms of Rodri in that Manchester City squad. But as of right now, for this right here, short term, the right now case for Manchester City, this signing makes sense. It's a real good signing, a really good terms put on offer for Ilkay Gundogan, who I'm sure is really happy to be home, and us fans at home are really happy here to have Ilkay Gundogan returning back to Manchester City, and I'm sure he'll be taking over from where he left off in a very short period of time, and I'm sure City will get the very best out of him as quickly as possible. So to say a warm welcome to Manchester City's second summer signing, Ilkay Gundogan on a free from Barcelona. Welcome back, Gundo. So there we go. That has been today's transfer video. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a thumbs up. 500 likes is the aim. Do get your welcome messages for Ilkay Gundogan in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, and I'll see you tomorrow for my next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.